Leaders from the group of 20 world's largest economies just concluded their two-day meeting in Bali today. And to know the latest, we join Metro Globe Network's Jessica Wulandari, who is covering the event in Bali. Jessica, now give us what's the latest from there as we speak now.
Yeah, Ralph, on the second day of the summit, the G20 leaders were scheduled to take part in a series of activities, but the most recent activity was President Joko Widodo handed over the gavel of the G20 presidency to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He thus symbolically handed over the brown mallet to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And Modi had launched the logo, theme, and website of the 2023 G20 Summit. Modi stated that the opportunity to host the G20 will be an honor and a historical record for India. Modi also explained that the creation of the G20 2023 logo involved thousands of suggestions and creative ideas from the public. And apart from that, the next year's summit logo depicts the life of the Indian people. And the big theme of the India's G20 presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future. And the theme is the country's response to the global to rebuild a post-pandemic world.
So, Jessica, any important points of agreements that result during the closing summit today?
Yeah, Ralph. During the closing, Indonesia's President Joko Widodo explained that the G20 summit agreed on a leader's declaration, and the details is about the first issue is about the war in Ukraine. Most members strongly condemn the war in Ukraine and stress it causing immense human suffering and exacerbating existing fragilities in global economy, constraining growth, increasing inflation, and disrupting supply chains, heightening energy and food insecurity, and elevating financial stability risks. And the second issue is about the climate change. G20 countries underline the urgency to rapidly transform the diversify energy systems and accelerating and ensuring clean, sustainable, and just affordable and inclusive energy transition and flow of the sustainable investment. And the G20 countries have also agreed on pandemic fund, which has collected 1.5 billion US dollars. G20 countries welcome the establishment of a pandemic fund hosted by the World Bank. It aims to address critical pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response gap to build capacity at national, regional, and global levels. The formation of a pandemic fund, which has collected 1.5 billion US dollars, then the formation and operation of a resilient and sustainability trust under the IMF amounting to 81.6 billion USD to help countries facing crisis were also the result of the meetings. And Indonesian President Joko Widodo also responded to the explosion in Poland, which Indonesian President Joko Widodo, in responding to explosion in near Poland and Ukraine border, reiterated his message to stop the war and call all the parties to refrain from escalating tension, saying the war will only bring devastation.
Very well then, Jessica. Thank you. Jessica Wulandari reporting from Bali.